You know what I was thinking about the other day? There's this verse in Ecclesiastes that says, "That which has been is what will be, that which is done is what will be done, and there is nothing new under the sun." Life is cyclical. Sometimes we think we've stumbled upon something original, but we're just rediscovering old ideas and new packaging. We see it in fashion, in music, and everything. As someone who has witnessed every phase of the natural hair movement, I can't help but notice what's happening in our community. Natural hair creators are increasingly turning to Rev air dryers and 𝑡imo straighteners, taking breaks from their natural hair with straight styles and wigs. The content has shifted from natural hair care to lifestyle and luxury products. Even more concerning, we're sliding back to straight hair as our default. Whether we're praising silk presses, admiring sleek bust downs, or getting relaxers, we're reverting to old mindsets and behaviors. Now, while there's nothing wrong with occasionally straightening our hair to take styling breaks or what have you, this shift signals a return to familiar patterns of thinking. Mark my words, within a year, we'll be having the same old conversations about heat damage, overprocessed hair, and going natural all over again. Remember when the natural hair community was just this quiet corner of the internet? Just us sharing our journeys, no fancy sponsorships, no brands sliding into our DMs or flooding our business emails, just honest conversations about struggles and victories. Now, how many miracle hair growth oils can one person possibly need? And don't get me started on these thick-haired influencer promoting products to thicken the hair of women like me who has low density and fine strands. History repeats itself. From ancient Egypt to Rome, every empire followed the same pattern: rise, greed, fall. And we're watching this cycle play out in celebrity culture, influencer culture, particularly also in the beauty space, which I guess you could argue that natural hair would fall under a subcategory of the beauty space. These days, everyone has a hair care line. Everyone swears by the Rev air. Everyone claims their oil thickens hair. Everyone promises to multiply your hair growth by 2 times, 10 times, and for the oh so brave ones, overnight. But here's what really bothers me. They're not just selling products anymore, they're selling fantasies. It's this get waist length 4C hair in 3 months promise. Come on. Hair growth is deeply personal, like skincare. What works for me might be absolutely disastrous for you. You know what? Let's talk about something that's been weighing on my spirit lately, because this isn't just about products sitting in our bathrooms. It's messing with our minds in ways we need to talk about, and that is the psychological toll of constant product marketing in our community. You know that feeling when you open your phone and suddenly every algorithm is showing you another miracle hair product or introducing you to another YouTuber who found their breakthrough formula for growing long hair? It's not just annoying, it's actually affecting our relationship with our hair in ways we need to discuss. First, there's what I call the never enough treadmill. You know what I'm talking about, that feeling where no matter what you do or buy, these brands keep telling you there's something else you need. Your edges aren't laid enough, your curls aren't defined enough, your growth isn't fast enough. It's like being in a relationship with someone who keeps moving the goalposts. Eventually, you start believing maybe you really aren't enough. So let me break this down, what this constant marketing does to our minds. Number 1, decision fatigue. Think about it. Our grandmothers had maybe 3 products for their hair. Now we're bombarded with choices for every single step of our routine. Pre-poo, shampoo, co-wash, deep conditioner, leave-in, cream, gel, oil, serum. The mental energy we spend just deciding what to put in our hair is exhausting. Some of y'all have product shelves that look like a whole beauty supply store, and I'm not judging because I've been there. Number 2, the FOMO effect. Every time someone posts a miracle product review, it triggers what psychologists coin the fear of missing out. maybe this is the product that will finally give me that perfect wash and go. We've all been there, right? Looking at our perfectly good products, thinking they're not enough because we saw someone's TikTok go viral with something new. Number 3, financial anxiety. Let's be real, this constant chase for the Holy Grail product is expensive. I've experienced the anxiety of putting expensive products on credit cards or a 4-payment plan, feeling guilty but unable to stop because what if this next product is the one? The marketing makes us feel like we're investing in ourselves, but are we really? Number 4 is the identity crisis. Now here's something deep. When marketing constantly tells us we need to fix our natural hair, it subconsciously reinforces the idea that something's wrong with it. We went natural to embrace our hair, but now we're being told we need 17 products to make it acceptable, manageable, and desirable. That's just a whole different kind of prison that not only affects you, but also your wallet. Lastly, the comparison trap. Social media and marketing have us comparing our day 1 hair to someone else's year 3 hair, or worse, comparing our real hair to someone's filtered, perfectly lit, professional photographic hair. But here's what they don't want us to realize. The most damaging impact of all this marketing is how it disconnects us from our intuition about our own hair. Our hair talks to us, it tells us what it needs, but we're so busy listening to marketing that we've stopped listening to our hair. And you know what's wild? Some of the healthiest hair journeys I've witnessed have been from women who stepped away from the product hamster wheel. They found a simple routine that works and stuck to it. Their hair thrived not because they had the newest product, but because they have consistency and a peace of mind. I'm not saying all products are bad. Lord knows I have my favorites. But we need to be more conscious of how this constant marketing affects our mental health, our bank accounts, and our self-image. Maybe it's time to ask ourselves, are we buying products because our hair needs them? Are we adopting someone else's regimen because our hair wants them? Or is this because marketing has convinced us we're incomplete without them? Remember, the same companies selling you growth oil, growth sets, growth hair care sets today were selling relaxers yesterday. And they're still selling relaxers. The packaging might be different, but the message is the same. You're not enough as you are. And that, my friends, is what we really need to get to the root of. You see, this is exactly why these marketing tactics bug me so much. They're completely ignoring the bigger health or the bigger picture of holistic health. They've got us so focused on applying oils to our ends and trying these methods and trying this product that we're forgetting about our overall health, mental well-being, and stress levels. It's like wearing sunscreen while smoking cigarettes. The advertising world thrives on false hopes, quick fixes, and our need for instant results. It's like the fruit of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, long-suffering, self-control. They're all part of one fruit. You can't cherry pick pieces and expect to grow the whole tree. Since becoming a YouTube partner in December and launching my memberships, I've felt that pull toward influencer culture. It's the natural progression for content creators: grow or get left behind by the algorithm. And this tiny voice in my head was trying to convince me that I needed to upload every day and obsess about every little detail to keep up. But I chose differently. I'll continue growing my channel as God guides me, staying true to my original vision, showing how God used my natural hair journey to reveal the beauty of His creation and teach me self-acceptance. Will the natural hair space return to its roots? Despite the flood of new brands, partnerships, and creators who missed the beginning, I believe that genuine passion still exists. I often reflect on what made this community special: the journey of growth and acceptance, real women sharing authentic stories, struggles, and victories. So what do I think? While we definitely can't recreate the early YouTube days when our community was smaller, I believe, as Ecclesiastes suggests, that another wave is on its way. A new cycle of growth and acceptance will emerge, led by creators who stayed true to the movement's original spirit despite commercialization. So, what can we do to keep the spirit of the natural hair movement alive? Here are some of my thoughts. Support creators who prioritize education and self-mastery over product pushing. Share your real, unfiltered journey. And build local natural hair communities, kind of like here on the Coil Code. And just to be clear, I'm not against a woman, a YouTuber who made it. I'm not against them making their business, starting a business or starting a product line and so on. But I think there's a very fine line that we're crossing when we start to make promises to people just because we want more money or just because we want more views and followers. So I won't say that I'm against it because I never know what the future holds for me, and I wouldn't want to set myself up for not being able to accept opportunities because of my stance. So there's definitely a balance. I don't think it's like you cannot have a business or make a business from it. Only if you're truly impacting and transforming people's lives, I think that's when it's acceptable. But when it just becomes a race for how much money, how many brand deals, how many opportunities and trips you can, I think that's when you start losing your focus. Here's why I believe the natural hair movement needs to stay alive, because someone needs to hear those stories. Someone needs our support. Maybe she's just starting out, or maybe she's feeling overwhelmed by all the noise. This community can make people feel pressured, at times to reach the finish line before they've even begun. So, I have 4C fine and low density hair, the triple threat they said couldn't grow long. To that I say, challenge accepted. Welcome to the Coil Code. If you enjoyed today's episode, hit that like button, share your thoughts. What do you miss most about the old natural hair community? And what are some ways you think we can start bridging that back again? And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Until next time, God bless and keep you, and I'll see you all later. Bye.